So it's been a while since we had a relatives episode. If memory serves, it was January that we had the last one. So now we got a new one. And in this episode of the relatives, we discuss what are we currently doing for joy. Now I know Nyysha back in January, she was starting a class from Hillman Talk. We talk about what is Hillman Talk, how that even started. And then she took like a African Herbalism 101 class. So we get to hear a little bit more about that and we get to see if she even completed the class. We also talk about a huge milestone as her son, who is my godson, Mariano, he turns 30. How did that even happen? Like, what is happening right there? And I don't know if I've talked about it in any other episode. I discuss how for 49 years of my life, I've been going by the wrong name. And multiple government agencies have no idea how I even have passports, social security cards, all these things with the incorrect name. So to hear more about that story, you have to listen to this episode. So, time's crazy, time is crazy. So I give you relatives. Hola, and welcome to Word to Your Mama, Relatives. Relatives is a podcast within a podcast. Relatives explores the true story of how a first-generation Mexican girl, that's me, Ritzy P, and a black girl, that's Nyysha, meet in South Bay, San Diego and become relatives. We discuss black and brown unity, hip-hop, overcoming trauma, crazy movie-type moments, navigating this life, and so much more. Black and brown unity por vida. Relatives episodes come out once a month. All right, what up, Relly?
What's up? What's up? Long time no see, hear nothing. Let's go. Lots been going on.
Listen, we had a relatives episode in January, but it was recorded like end of last year. I think even before your birthday, it was recorded.
Yeah.
So today, I wanted to make sure when people listen to this or watch this, they understand that we're in April. So I think this episode doesn't come out till May, I think. But we're in April. So we've been under a fucked up administration for a while now.
Too long.
So I just want to see how you're doing, Relly.
I'm doing like the rest of America is doing. We holding on. I always tell people that it's always gonna be worse before it's better. So at some point, we're gonna be heading to better. Because this is a shit show. For sure.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, I think some things may happen along the way that aren't so nice, but yeah, I think so. It has to get better. Like, we as Americans, like, we're tolerating this. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive, be optimistic, and trust the process. Even though I don't like it, trust it. So
right,
that's what gets me through my day.
Right.
And I'm just sharing that. So yeah, I don't put a lot of energy into what's going on. I stay aware. I'm on it. But I can't give that administration none of my energy. You'll be depleted. You'll be done.
Right.
It's hella crazy out here.
Yeah. It's like, how do you balance and how do you keep your sanity through all this stuff? Because it's some crazy stuff. It's like, is this really happening right now? And then if you think about it too hard or too much, and you think about, man, they did this, like all the time it's going to take to bring that back or get it to a certain place, then you can get overwhelmed. But I did see this TikTok recently where homegirl like reenacted, like she went back in time and she was like, she went to like a fantasy land and she was like, oh, we have a tyrant too. And they're like, oh, what's your revolution? What's your resistance? Are you guys, fighting this and you guys have arms? And she was like, no, we're not doing any of that shit.
None of it. None.
So yeah. I don't know. I feel like, we're the peoples. Like, what are we doing?
Why aren't we hearing anything? What's going on? It seems like it's really quiet on the set, right? And I'm hoping with the quiet on the set that something's happening out of our
behind
eyes.
the scenes.
Like some secret meetings are happening for us, not against us.
Right.
So we know those other secret meetings are happening, but we want some political secret meetings to be happening. So fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed.
A couple episodes ago, I did a solo episode and I wanted to showcase good stuff that previous guests are doing, right? It was like a good news. It was called Joy Equals Resistance. So I wanted to find out, really, what are you doing for joy right now? And are you still part of the Hillman University, Hillman Academy?
The Hillman Talk University. So let's see. For joy these days, it is kind of a blended answer for both. So because with the Hillman Talk, I was taking a herbalism course, herbalism, African Herbalism 101. And and the course got really in depth, rolling along. I learned a lot. And so with the herbalism, I really like lately my joy has been herbs and teas and tinctures and salves. So the class is now over.
What did you guys get graded? Well, why don't you tell folks what people might not know what Hillman TikTok University
So, and
Academy
I might
is.
have this all wrong because I came in kind of like in the middle. Well, I came in the beginning, but it was so much going on. So
Right.
per TikTok, Hillman University was on a different world. For all of you who know a different world, was a spinoff from the Cosby Show, where Denise goes to college. So it was Hillman College, all black. It was supposed to be a HBCU, but I've been watching Different World these few days, and it's really weird, and it wasn't an HBCU, but whatever. So
Why do you say that?
it was just, I mean, I guess it was if they're saying it is, but just when we were younger and watching it, I just felt like I really literally saw all black people. Now that I watch it, no, not the case.
Yeah, but
Not,
that's how it is on HBCUs. There's a couple of sprinkled non-black people at
and
the
that's what I'm saying.
HBCUs.
There's sprinkles, but and it's just kind of weird. I was watching an interview with Dwayne Wayne, glasses,
I'll
and
say.
Whitley. They were talking about how they couldn't have it all black because what? An all black situation? Like, we got to put some white people. So they put the one white girl in the cast. She's like, I always forget her name, but when you see her, you'll know. But they put her, I think Tomei
Who,
is,
Marissa Tomei?
yes.
You forget her name?
No, I knew Tomei. Like, I couldn't, I couldn't remember. That's hilarious. So then they were like, oh, if no white people were in there, they couldn't have the show. So now that I'm rewatching it, it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, it is an HBCU, but just not, yeah, it definitely wasn't all black like today. Anywho, so with the herb class, the it got started, I guess, like as a joke because a real professor posted her stuff on TikTok telling her real class, they better have their homework, they better do this, that. So it just kind of spiraled to where all these professionals were coming forth teaching classes, and they named it Hillman Talk. Hillman and Talk. You guys get it. I was breezing through. I'm like, let me see how this is working. So boom, 2 classes resonated with me and I joined them. And the herbalism class was really, really cool. The professor, she took her class from Hillman Talk and moved it over. We had a Discord and we went on Google Classroom. Like, we had it going on. So, and at the end of her course, she owns a tea shop. So at the end of her course, she was going to give a certificate, a grade. You get a grade, a certificate. And I think she was going to choose a number, like 6 or 7 people to create a tea, a salve, a tincture to be sold in her store
Oh,
with
cool.
100% profits to them.
Oh,
Right. And I'm excited to say that some people that were in my group that we had like a group in the Discord. It was probably like 10 of us, like 4 or 5 of them made it.
nice.
But myself, I didn't make it. You know why? Because
Why?
I dropped out.
Why'd you drop out?
I dropped out because life was life, and I didn't have time to complete the papers. I just didn't have time. But I still was receiving the info, watching the videos because I was still in the class. And then, I had to go to Arizona. So I just didn't have time.
Oh, see.
And I'm like, I'm 2 assignments behind. I'm dropping out, but I'm gonna still pay attention. So I
Yeah.
didn't receive anything, but I did receive some knowledge. I definitely received knowledge. So that's my joy. That's my joy as of now, getting these teas, learning about so many herbs, the ancestry, all that. It's been nice. It's been really nice.
Speaking of Arizona, uh, as a huge milestone for my godson.
Whew. I have a 30-year-old. That's insane. A 30-year-old. I don't know how this happened, but here we are. 30 years. 30 years have passed just like that. And I mean, I feel good. Feel good. Like, it's just crazy. But a lot has happened in 30 years.
That's
Moves,
crazy.
grooves, kids. No grandkids, though. So
Yeah.
that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to be the first to have a grandkid? I'm waiting, though. But they could take their time, and they're definitely doing that.
Yeah.
But that's the next milestone, I guess.
30 years old. If everything goes well, I'm going to be seeing him on Monday.
Nice.
And he doesn't know what. Every time he comes into town, I make him Japanese curry. Oh,
So yeah, everything is going good though, my way. Living life day by day. And as of like, I don't know what today is, but okay, I'm looking at the calendar. So yeah, like as of 20 days, 30 days, I'll be here a year.
already?
A
No.
year.
No.
Day makes a year. Insane. When I say
What?
time is passing, yeah, time is passing.
That is crazy. That is crazy. It feels like you just moved there.
One
Like we're
whole
only like a couple of months in or something.
right, right. But I know I'm not because baby living here has all like great eats. Look at my little round face. She didn't gain some pounds, but it's okay because the food is good. They have a lot of nice places to eat and just a lot of things to do, and I've been doing
Right.
them. So
You've been eating them and
I've
you've
been
been
eating
doing
them.
them.
I've been seeing them. I've been doing them. Drinking them. I don't really drink them, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been a real fun time.
Well,
No
that's good.
complaints, no regrets.
That's good, Riley. I'm happy to hear.
Thank you, thank you. All is well.
So, we continue to say that we're going to talk about continue our story, but
Oh,
it's kind of we don't remember where we're at and da da da. But a couple of days ago, I posted some photos. Right, it's a trend that's going on in TikTok where people will post a photo or a video and they'll be like, they don't know it yet, but such and such is going to happen. Like like in this photo, they don't know what's happening. So
oh,
I did that, but on Instagram, and because I have photos that I found from graduation, right? Like senior year photos. And so I posted it and I did an overlay and was saying like, because it was 1992 and I said, and I used the song that they use and it said something like, she doesn't know it yet, but in 3 years her mom will pass away. Da, 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 da. Like basically like, kind of highlights of like my life and kind of see where I've been or whatever. And then you were like, I don't think I've ever seen these photos before.
these come from? Never seen them. Like I
And that's so
locally
crazy.
remember them, but not really. I feel like I would have had one. Maybe I did. I don't.
Because
I don't.
I never bought them because you got them for free.
Oh, that's the proof.
Yeah, those are the proofs. Like they gave me a
Oh,
big one. I have a big one, like big ones, but I don't have little ones, I don't think.
uh,
So, or maybe I do and I never gave them out. I don't know. But
and back in the day, they
yeah,
didn't put that water stamp. Is it called a water stamp? They didn't put that all over the picture like they do now.
yeah. And because it was a deal. Like they're like, oh, would you want to take like model for these pictures and we could use on our portfolio and then we'll give you these pictures or whatever. It was the same studio where we did our
Senior.
senior photos though. But it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, your hair." My hair was hella long, and it was
Curl.
like, just like really thick, and it was like curly and stuff. And it's funny because I got best hair. It's for our senior when we graduated. I got best hair, but when I went to take the best hair photo, my hair was not best hairing.
Best hair. Who did you get best hair with?
What was his name? Jose. You know that really pretty. He was like Mexican. He had a mustache.
No, Eddie.
Eddie. Eddie. It was
Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie Martinez. I
Yeah.
remember.
So
All the
yeah,
girls
Eddie.
like
Yeah, that's crazy. It is Eddie Martinez.
does he look like a manly man? Do you remember what I got? You got best hair, and I got
Funniest?
funny.
What did you
You think
get?
I was funny? I don't think I was funny in high school. I think I was honestly, I really think I was quiet. I try to
Friendliest?
tell people the what?
Friendliest or best personality?
Not even. I didn't even have a personality. I don't remember really.
What
But
did you get?
I got cutest dimples.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was a category. And then I opened the book. I'm like, what? What? Or no, they took us to take the pictures.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what? I got what? And who voted? Who knows me? Who voted for me?
Let's go down.
I think only seniors got to vote.
Yeah, it was hilarious because I remember Eddie was clowning me. He was like, "Not a good hair day, huh?" And I was like, "Damn, yeah, it wasn't a good hair day.
Like, I'm
It
gonna snatch
wasn't."
you out of fourth period to take a best hair day pic. Like, stop.
Yeah, like middle of the day, I
Yeah.
don't got my product in. Like,
Oh my goodness.
and my hair, it was like flat, like it was like hella flat. And so like he's with his luxurious locks, and
His
I'm
hair
like
was all
this,
pretty.
and my shit's all burnt, burnt, burnt. So that was hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
So like thinking about where where we're at now, you're gonna be 52 this year. I'm gonna be 51 in a
We just talking
month.
about being 50.
I'm sorry.
I said, weren't we just talking about being 50 like not too long ago?
I know. Were we just talking about
Bitch, I'm gonna be
about
50.
to be 50 and how
Now
we were
what?
going to go on these trips and do all these things and none of that shit
Ain't
happened.
this shit. Ain't did nothing. Yeah.
um
Hilarious.
but I was thinking, like we talked about how like when we met and stuff cuz we were in junior high, and I always say that like if we say junior high, you're Gen X.
Right. I just said that the other day. I definitely just said that because I'm like explaining to a kid. I'm like, because junior high. I said, wait, do y'all say that anymore? You don't say that, right?
No, that's middle
Yeah,
school. It's middle
middle.
school. They break it down differently. So what I was thinking to ask you, when you think about the year or like that time when we first met, what am I wearing? What is my outfit in 1980
Sweatshirt
whatever?
sweatshirt, long Bermuda shorts. That's it. That's it. No jacket. Maybe a jacket sometimes, like if it rained. But it's gonna be the shoes don't come to mind, but
Right.
shorts and a sweatshirt.
What
That's it.
kind of sweatshirt? Like a hoodie?
Like, you know how we liked crew neck. You had hoodies, but
Oh, CCC.
crew neck. Because remember, we're like, oh, we got to go to Mervin's to get our green. Remember our green shirt? We had to get our green sweatshirt, and we had them. Like, yeah.
That was
So you
because of
like a
Lincoln.
lot of those.
That
Or
was because
t-shirt.
Lincoln Park.
I don't even know what. We just liked forest green, but we don't know why.
I know because Paco had forest green.
It was hitting. Maybe it was.
It was a good look. It was a good look. Forest green was the move back then. So okay, so for me, what I think about is you having that one cut.
The bob.
Yeah, the
With the
curly
curl.
bob, right? And then you having that mustard like mock turtleneck.
With the zipper, maybe.
Yeah, with the zipper, and then like something over like white or something, and then you had the African medallion. And then you had like the gold
I have the
door
picture somewhere.
knockers.
I gotta find the picture.
That's what I
I
think
gotta
about
find the
you.
picture.
You look like give it here. Don't say
Don't say
nothing.
nothing. Get here. Don't hold back. Yeah, I remember that shit. I think her name was D. Was her name D?
Yes,
Oh,
D.
she's the
Yeah.
one that got beat down. Huh?
She's the one that got beat down by Dr. Dre.
Punk ass mother.
Yes. We remember.
But
We
yeah,
will not
that
forget.
I used to always wear. I think I just had like a cardigan sweater, but I
Oh,
always
CCC.
had like a mock turtleneck. But I think
Those
that
were
was one of
in.
those were in. But I think you remember that because I took the picture with that.
Oh, that's probably why.
Well, I
That's
think one of my
probably
school
why.
pictures with remember the background, it was the shades, like the
Right.
blinds,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
pink blinds in the back. I think it was pink.
It was
Yeah,
like green. I think I just saw that picture recently. It's just like
it was the
green.
most. When we find it, we'll post it.
Yeah,
Definitely
because
post
I
it.
have a waterfall in that picture. I have like the Aquanet
Aquanet.
waterfall situation. What's
So funny.
crazy is there's an exhibit. One of my like favorite artists that started this whole situation where you could submit pictures, like party girl pictures from back in the days. And I posted, and she posted my picture. It has like,
Mm.
she has a crazy following. She just, her exhibit is here. It just launched while I was gone a couple weeks ago here at the museum. And I want to go see because my picture,
Maybe in
my
there.
like chola looking picture might be in the exhibit.
Hilarious. I hope it is. I hope it is. Oh my goodness. And if it is, you have to take a picture by it so
I
we
know,
can.
I will, I will. But I was just, because I was looking, I was like, oh shit, she was talking, and I've always wanted to meet her. I actually want to have her on the show. And so I was like, of course she's gonna be in town while I'm out of
Out
town.
of town, right?
So, and then so I was thinking about it yesterday actually, and I was looking, I was like, oh, I gotta go see her exhibit. It goes till August. And then I was looking to see if she had any events. Then I went and I looked at the, they did photos of the exhibit, and there's one like case where she just has all these like party photos that people like
Wow.
sent in, and I was like, I might
You're
be in
in
that one.
there.
All right, food lovers, listen up. If you're looking to take your cooking to the next level, then you need to check out Who's Hungry, the brand that's bringing bold flavors straight to your kitchen. Check out two of their specialty seasonings. First up, we got Spicy Jerk Seasoning, a fiery, flavorful blend that brings the heat and authentic Caribbean taste to your meats, your veggies, and even your grilled seafood. Next up, we got Sweet and Savory Seasoning. It's a must try. It's the perfect balance of rich, bold spices and a touch of sweetness. Head over to their website, who'shungrycatering.com, to purchase these seasonings for your home cooking. Would you like to be a part of a mission of teaching meditation to 1 million children? In a world grappling with conflict, anxiety, and uncertainty, the seeds of peace must be sown early. I invite you to join me in the Decide Balance Oasis, a safe space for families where you can find bilingual meditations, mindfulness practices, and so much more. By introducing children to meditation, we empower them with invaluable tools for stress reduction and emotional regulation, increased focus and improved learning, enhanced compassion and empathy, building a foundation for peace. Decide Balance Oasis is about nurturing a generation of peaceful leaders, compassionate citizens, and global change makers. By investing in the inner peace of our children, we invest in a higher, more peaceful future for all. So go to decidebalance.com for more details. Have you struggled to explain what you do, even though you know it's powerful? Hola, I'm Marisa Estrada Rivera, aka Ritzy P, and I'm a first generation Mexicana brand, emerging tech, and culture consultant with over 15 years of experience across multiple industries in big name organizations. But the work that lights me up the most? That's supporting solopreneurs, especially women of color, in finding clarity and confidence in what they're building. That's why I created the Brand Vision and Strategy Consultation to give solopreneurs and small teams the same high impact insight I provide large companies. It's part audit, part strategy, part business therapy, and all forward momentum. This is a one on one consultation designed to help you realign your brand, clarify your messaging, and move forward with confidence and clear, actionable steps. If you're feeling stuck in a pivot or like your brand no longer reflects your magic, this is for you. You don't have to figure this out alone. So head over to ritzyperiwinkle.com/brand to book your spot. Space is limited. Let's build.
You're gonna
So
be
I
there.
might be in that one. But yeah, that's crazy. I was just thinking because you know how fashion is all cyclical and people like are bringing things back. And I remember,
Everything
yeah,
on
yeah,
the bag. It's insane. Like I've
yeah,
always heard, oh, it's in rotation, whatever, but it's crazy when it actually happens. And I'm just thinking about how just growing up around all Mexican people, like so many things are normal for me.
right.
And Karen, she's excited about. She loves the chips with the cheese. Like it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And she's like, I gotta get the chips with the cheese. And I'm just like, I've had enough in my time. Like, I if it's if I'm craving it or whatever, but
Right.
no,
Like we grew up with that. That was like daily
it's
occurrence.
normal. And even some of the kids these days, they're just like, oh, all the different drinks and all the stuff they showing on social media. But I'm like, ain't this ain't new. This
I
ain't
know.
new. Y'all just now
You've done
finding
it.
out about it. Mhm.
Exactly. Like last night, because the Supernatural Bear, he's going. It's spring break, and he's going to the B&G, the Boys and Girls Club. So he's making his lunch because he hates the lunch there. The first day he forgot to pack it, and he was like, he texted us. He's like, "Could you make me a sandwich?"
You hungry till you get back, my guy.
I was like, I go, sure, I can make you a sandwich when you get home in
Yeah.
5 hours. I was like,
My boy was drinking water all day. Oh
no,
my.
and I was because I was like, they provide you lunch, they
Yes,
provide you breakfast, they
exactly.
provide you snacks, and so
Right.
he's like, I go, either we pick you up and that's it,
That's it for the day.
but we're not going to go deliver a sandwich, no.
Uber
So then,
Eats.
so I was like, how was lunch? He goes, yeah, it was like chicken nuggets. They were barely breaded. He's like, it was frozen vegetables, carrots. They were like crisp cut or something
Oh.
like that, like zigzag. He's like, they maybe could have been okay if they had seasoning, but they were bad. And I forgot what else he was saying. And I was just like, yeah, that's what it. You forgot your lunch. You didn't bring your lunch.
Oh, that's funny. So
Like,
funny.
what?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
lesson learned that day, buddy.
Right. So, anyways, he was making his lunch last night, and he's like, "Where's the pepperoncini juice?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then his dad was like, "Oh, you mean the juice that you finished because you put them in your the bottom of the bag of the chips?"
He just poured it in there.
Yeah, like you know
Oh,
how we used to do the vinegar, like the
yeah,
nacho, the jalapeno juice.
juice,
He
right.
does that with jalapeno juice, or he does it with the pepperoncini juice.
Oh,
So
pepperoni
he's
juice.
like, and I was like, "Man, you're so Mexicano." I was like, "I love it. I love it."
That's funny. Uh, life is life, man. We're gonna get through this though. We're gonna get through this.
Right.
We definitely gotta remember some episodes for us getting out of high school and moving on to you college. And me, what was I doing? I don't know. The
You
most.
were being getting pregnant, being a mom.
You was getting pregnant. Girl, because I don't did we ever talk about TJ and the see, I feel like we haven't even did we even get that far to talk
I
about
don't think
what
we
we
have. I don't
did?
know. I don't know if we have because um that was like senior year, right?
Yeah. That was after. We was
After
out of school.
when all that stuff was happening.
Yeah, but we was still going to Mexico. Out of school though. We was because I was going to beauty school, beauty college at Baby
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So I mean I had a little bit of time after high school, probably 2 years, and I was maybe one and a half.
That's
Gee,
crazy.
that is so crazy. That is so crazy. The choices that you make at 18 and 19.
Yeah. And
Here
you
we
know
are.
what is also crazy is that now that we're here in April and we haven't had an episode since last year, is that I officially have my old name.
What do you mean?
You know how I officially have my old name. So remember I told you, I don't think I did it on the podcast, but remember I told you that this entire time, my entire life, my name was wrong that I've been going by.
Why do I vaguely remember?
So
What you
I
mean?
didn't tell you
Because of your
about how I
last?
just got my passport finally.
No.
Okay. So this entire time, okay, everyone, you know me as Ritzy, but my name is Marisa Estrada. This entire time, that is not my name.
What?
Yeah. This entire time for 50 something years 50 years of my life, I've been going by the wrong name according to my birth certificate.
What?
Yes. And how do I know this? Is because I went to try to get Mexican citizenship a year ago. And you go and I have to take copies of my birth certificate. And who really looks at their birth certificate? Like I just skim it. Like I don't really, and my
In
birth
detail,
certificate,
like each
we're from
block.
the fucking 70s. Like I
Right.
don't know what each block says where the names are at,
Holding
right?
on. Right.
And I'm not going by that. I did see that I'm listed as white. Like back in the days, if it was either white or black, I'm listed as white and my parents
Yeah.
are white.
Goodbye.
So
Did you
I
get
was
that
just like,
changed?
okay, whatever. Okay, I got my passport when I was in my 20s. When you get your first time you get a passport, you have to fill out the application, get a picture, and then you have to have forms of identification. One has to be your birth certificate, a certified copy. It is their job to compare the name you submitted with the name on the birth certificate, and it has to match. I got approved. I'm on my third or fourth passport. I've traveled the world, right?
Right.
And I don't know if we've ever talked about this, Redley, but I was literally in my 20s like, man, I want to change my name. Like, I don't want this last name because
Yeah.
homeboy, my biological, right? Because it's his name. And I was like, it has nothing to do with me. And I was like, man, I don't want to go by his name. So when I go to try to get my Mexican citizenship, she goes, no. She's like, these are two different people. I go, what do you mean? I go, that's me. She goes, no, look. She's like, on here, you're listed as your first name is Marisa, your middle name is Estrada, and your last name is Rivera, which is my mom's last name, because they didn't understand how to do it. When you're Mexican,
Right. You get your
you
mother.
have a grip of last names.
Yeah.
You have like your mom's last name and then you have your dad's last name, right? So you have two last names. So they put his name wrong and they put my mom's name wrong and then they put my name wrong. So this entire time, I've been Marisa Rivera. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you're going to have to get your name changed or you're going to have to do something. But she's like, I can't do anything for you. She's like, I don't even know how you have a passport right now. And I was like, what? So I go
Did
to
she
Social
try to
Security
confiscate it?
office. What was that?
Did she confiscate it?
No.
Oh.
No, she's Mexican consulate. So then I was like, what? And I was like, my name's been my mom's name this entire time. Like I've been living like it is so crazy. I remember I
That's
was
crazy.
crying. I was like, I wanted to change my name, but my name's been my mom's name this entire time. So I go last year. I go to the social, not last year, but the year before. I go to the Social Security office, and they're like, they had to call a manager and another manager, and I was like, "Here's my passport." The manager is like leaning, looking over the desk, and because I'm in the window, right, and he was just like, how do you have a passport right now? I was like, this is my fourth passport. They're like, it doesn't make sense. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Yes.
So no one's ever noticed. So once you're approved, you're just getting
Good.
renewed. I'm not
Yeah.
changing my name. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're like, whatever, I don't have to submit my thing again. But then I go 3 years ago, I got global entry. I got to submit a,
Same.
birth
Same.
certificate. No one checked. So I've been going by this name. So I was like, okay, cool. Then all I got to do is change my passport. Well, you can only change your name on your my shit's not even due until 2030, 2035 or something crazy. But with this administration, I was like, my name should match my documents,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
right? So in January, I was like, let me see how I do it. Let me get it expedited. But on the application, I couldn't do it online because you can only change your name if you were married, you're getting divorced, or you had a legal name change. What
So you
kind
had
of
to get a
documents?
legal name change.
Oh, birth certificate, right? So I'm like, oh, this should be easy breezy. No. So I call and they're like, okay. I go, this is a situation. I'm not changing my name to a new name. I'm changing my name to my name.
Right.
And they're like, we don't understand. Then I had to talk to a manager. And then she's like, oh, okay, this is what you do. You're going to do this. You're going to have to pay the fee all over again. You're going to have to pay for it expedited. You're going to send in a letter that says a statement that you say that this is what happened. Because it's their mistake. It's not my mistake.
Yeah, they should pay for that shit too.
So they didn't. So I was like, okay. So I do the thing and I'm like all excited. I was like, oh, it's like I'm going, it's my mom's name. Like, this is exciting. Da 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 da. So when I spoke at the UN, I was like, oh, my name is So now I change all my stuff to that I can, like my website and stuff, to Marisa Estrada Rivera, right? So I get it there. I look up and then I get it. I look it online to see where it's at. They're like, oh, we can't do this for you because you're not getting married. You're not married. You don't have a marriage certificate to change your name. You're not getting divorced. You don't have a name change. And I was like, but this is my name. They're like, we need you to have documents showing that you've been using this name on your birth certificate for more than 5 years. I don't got that shit because I just found out that that was my name and you guys messed up. So I remember I was like, fuck, like this isn't happening. I think I was crying because I was just so frustrated. Like, what is happening? Right. And then I'm also running against time. Is homeboy going to get rid of the passport office? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to be asked out? And literally, I don't have my birth certificate, my certified copy, and I don't have my passport on me because it's with them in Philly. Do you know what I'm saying? So then I remember I was just like, fuck, what do I do? So I call and I talk to a manager. And I was like, listen, this is the situation. I called to so many people. They're like, sorry, can't help you. This is what they need. If you can't provide it, then you can't change it. Right? So then I call a manager and I was like, listen, who can I speak to? And so I talked to him. He's like, okay, well, you could do this. Sometimes it's rare, but we might be able to make it so it says Marisa Estrada, also known as Marisa Estrada Rivera. He's like, but you're going to need to have 2 people vouch for you, have that signed, affidavit, notarized, like all this extra shit. Then you're going to have to go to an official agent, have them check all your pay. Dude, I was stressed and pressed. So I was like, who do I get to do this? How do they sign it? Like, it was this whole thing. So then I went to the post office lady, the passport lady, and she's like, oh, this happens a lot. I was like, really? She goes, yeah, more than you think. I go, what do you think? She goes, I don't know. She goes, if it's going to get approved, you'll know maybe in 2 weeks. So I had to pay for all this extra stuff. Luckily, and I needed to do it like as soon as possible. Luckily, my friend out here, she's my one friend out here. She's like, oh, I could get it done in the next day. So I got it done in a couple of days, sent it in, and then they send all your shit back separately. The stuff that you submitted, your old passport, that's what happens every time. Like, you get stuff in pieces. So I put on my P.O. box because I don't want my passport to be at my house. So I go and I was like, oh, it's too fast. It's probably not it. It's probably my old passport. And I found out, also another thing that I didn't find out till I'm 50, is that there's a Majica, which is like there's a Majica New Year's, and that was March 12th. So that's when the new year actually starts, right? According to the Aztec calendar. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. And it's this year, the theme was like new beginnings and da da da. So I go to the post office to our P.O. box and I get it. And I was like, oh, it's not it. I open it. It's my passport. No AKA.
Golden.
Full blown my
Golden.
old name.
That's just as easy as that. Like, difficult to get to it, but boom, easy. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was bawling.
Dang. So have you changed it on lots of things or just?
I have to change it on my driver's license. I got to do global entry all over again. And then I want to go to get an appointment to the Mexican consulate is crazy. It took me the last time when homegirl said that I was 2 different people, it took me like 6 months or more to get that appointment.
Wow.
And I even called the Superior Court, the people that do name changes, and I was like, is there a document that you can provide that says this is my actual name? They're like, nope, that's what your birth certificate is for. They're like, are you changing it? You can change it. I go, no, I can't change it because it's my real name. And the document I would be giving you is the document that's my name. Like, is that crazy?
That's real
49 years of my life, I was going by the wrong name.
Wrong name.
So security didn't catch it. Passport didn't catch it.
How does all that? Yeah, you gotta make sure all that is aligned because when it's time to get excuse me, oh my gosh, when it's time to get Social Security, we need that to match. So
yeah,
do you have to go in and change that, or does it automatically?
So when I went and they're like, do you want us to change? They're like, we can make the change. I just got to press this button at the Social Security. I'm like, yeah, that's my name. So and then they told me that at one time I used to say my name used to be Maria. it was back in the days. It was antiquated. So many things could happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's how, like, in slavery. Oh, my last name is Johnson, not Johnston. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
So yeah, so that's my name, guys. It's been my name.
New name alert. Same name alert. Wait.
Same old name. Like,
alert.
isn't that crazy?
Old
so
name.
now officially I have my passport that has that. And I just got a couple of things I got to change. And then I can try to get, my Mexican citizenship. Maybe we'll see what happens. But yeah, dude, it's been a long road. And I just felt like exhausted and just be like, oh, finally.
Yes, it's over. Almost. You got your real ID?
No, but I don't need the real ID because I have a passport card. And I have, if you have, folks, if you don't get a real ID in time, if you have a passport card, global entry card, you can use that instead of a real ID.
So yeah, I got my regular passport. I got military ID and real ID. So I should be.
Yeah, good. I gotta get, since I have to change my name anyway. So now I'm probably going to have the same issue at the DMV because I'm not changing my name to a new name.
But if it's on your passport, they might go with that. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. Like, I think I got to go in person.
They did all the work already, so you good, So
yeah, exactly. This is like government. This is national.
Yeah,
totally.
Cali hard though. Cali's a tough state. It's a tough state.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have those options when I looked online. So I got to call and try to see what I can do or like go for another appointment and be like, well, it's really this appointment. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. For sure. So
I don't know. So we'll see. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, really. So anything else? Anything else you want to discuss?
I'm just slow rolling into the new year. I know we almost in the summer, but I just been taking it slow, and I feel like next time we talk, we're gonna get back on track to see where we are with our story, because we did have a lot of fun after high school, and it's some funny stories, and I got to jog your memory. You got to jog my memory, and we're gonna get it.
And just even graduation, like graduation was a blur.
Oh, and I looked up our school, class of 92, I'm trying to find us, whatever. And there's a video, it's all crazy and grainy. And it just was crazy because as I'm watching it on YouTube, like things were just popping in my head. Like, oh shit, I remember that. Or,
It's our school. It's that year?
It's our year. Yeah.
Are you going to send me the link?
Yeah, I'll send you a little link.
All right then, Relly. Anything else?
Yeah, bye y'all. Love y'all.
Word to Your Mama is owned and produced by Ritzy P. Intro beat produced by Nico Beats. For partnership inquiries and contact info, check out wordtoyourmama.com. And as always, Word to Your Mama is brought to you by ritzyperiwinkle.com. And now, introducing
the Supernatural Bear Corner.
Supernatural Bear.